Well, check out what I got now. So, I got two e-bikes. I mainly bought these for, I don't know, getting around town. One I'll probably use is to go to my friends' houses, little things like that since I don't have a basket. The other one's a Red Star, one's a D-Power, but the other one I'm going to use is my camping, hiking, fishing. This will be my main commute around town, picking up pop, milk. I added a lot of things to my D-Power. I've added a few to my Red Star. Let's look at my Red Star. This is the Q20 single motor, 750 watt motor, but it can go up to 1500, I guess. I'm not sure if that's true. It's single motor. I've got one battery. I don't have two. I'm thinking about adding a triangle battery down here somewhere. I don't know how I would do it later on. Maybe I'll just sell this and get a faster e-bike, but with the laws changing, I really don't want to have a motorcycle license, or insurance and registration. I got two trucks for that. I got two kayaks out there I need to register every 3 years. A trailer I got to register every year. Why do I want more? Well, So that's why I got this bike. Plus, I got it if I ever had kids in the future. This isn't really for me. This is more for my kids. This D-Power I might keep for me, but I'm going to get a dual motor eventually, I think, if the laws don't really get too crazy. As long as I just need a driver's license and I can get around. I mean, maybe I'll get registration or something later on, but hopefully if I can still take it on bike pass, you know what I mean? I need to get me a third bike. Be me, my girl, and maybe one kid of hers or something, if I ever have kids. But what I did was this Red Star, it used to be 48 volts. They're both 48 volts, okay, when I bought them. Well, the controller in this is 28 amp hours. The one in this is 20. So I turned around and put a 52 volt battery I bought off of AliExpress. I paid way too much money for that. I spent 400 bucks on that darn thing. And I don't think it's even 20 amp hours, and maybe 15. It gets me out to Darby Dale and it's basically almost dead. But yeah, so I put a 52 volt battery on this. I added a USB plug that runs down off of this. Well, basically what this does is it runs down here to my speaker, which is here. I bought a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, so I can listen to my music and all that while I'm out riding. I don't like it because it's kind of girly looking when it's working. It's more of a pink and blue, but I don't like the red and blue flashing lights on it. So I got my Bluetooth speaker. I got an alarm on it. I got two trackers I'm going to put in both of them. I think I'm going to hide them up inside the frame. I'm going to find a spot to, I don't know, some kind of hole somewhere to put it. That way I can track my bike if someone steals it. I know where it goes. They won't be able to just tear it apart and rip it out real quick. It'll be a job, big time job, so nobody will think about stealing it. I've never really had a problem with nobody yet, but I know it's going to happen. It's got a phone mount. I bought an extra one for my D-Power for Red Star because I didn't get a phone mount with this D-Power. So I bought one off Red Star for 30 bucks. I bought mirrors, which I've already messed one up kind of with glue. I need to get it off of there. But I got this metal rod. It's like a brake line kind of, an old brake line, and I cut it down. I pushed it up in there and I cut it down to the edge, and then I shoved this mirror on over top of that brake line, and I kind of tried to glue it in there a little bit. It's kind of working here, but I need to figure out how I can tighten this down better, and they need to adjust it perfectly correct. I got a horn, I got lights, headlights and all that on it, brake lights. I bought myself license plates to advertise myself, Chucky Outdoors. I added lights to both bikes, underglow lights. It's a little battery box back here I bought off Temu or something, and I bought a bunch of batteries a long time ago, 1200 milliamp hours. It takes 3 double A's, and they're just white basic lights that I got. That's string light, and they're not string lights, they're like, I don't know, it's just a flat piece of lighting with a sticker, and I put it all the way around my frame on top here. And I did the same to my D-Power. I basically copied a lot of the stuff that I did. I used to have that solar panel hooked up. I disconnected it. It's not going to work. I need 2 of them. I think I'm going to hook this back up with the fan. When I bought this, it was a fan like this. It's actually this one here. My buddy gave me another one, but maybe I'll hook this back up. Put this, I don't know, cut a square out here somewhere, mount it up in there so it points at my back. It'll blow wind up my back when I'm hot. So yeah, that's basically all I've really done to my Red Star. I really haven't added much more. Oh, if I ran out of battery juice, I had lights. I had a light here, which a USB plug. I got like a dual USB plug thing, 2 USB-Cs, and I connect this to my battery, and it runs one down there, and it runs one up here. And then I got one ran there. I think it's 3 actually, 3 USBs that come off of it, so I'll charge all my stuff. Then I even put a brake light back here in the back, but I need to find a better spot for it. It's right there on my shock. I think it's going to hit. These are battery operated, just in case I run out of battery juice and I got to get home and pedal home. I'll still have light. And I did the same thing to my D-Power. I got a light right here, which is, you know, just your basic regular type of headlight. And I got brake lights in the back. Which, where did I connect them to? Oh, I connected it to right there, right underneath my other brake light. So those are pretty cool. I took my bag, I put it on the back of my milk crate. This milk crate I built just like my kayak ones, but I use metal zip ties. It's a little harder to break into for someone. You know, they can't just take a butter knife or something and pop it. I added a little lock here. I had to drill this hole out bigger for a brake. Not a brake, but a bike lock, I think is what you'd call it. It's basically a chain. So I could fit that through there and I could lock it. And basically how this works is this just flips down and this will flip up off of there. And I glued the locking mechanism with fiberglass resin in here. I had to trim it out a little bit, but that's how I basically lock my stuff in there. This is only like a 10-watt solar panel, so that'll work great for my fan. I don't know what else to use it for. It's 12 volts. I'd have to match volts up to anything else. So I don't want to, you know, I don't really want to fry any of my electronics. So there's that. I had to buy a 3rd backpack, if you guys can see it down in there. But I got 2 USB-C plugs on both sides hooked up to a 66,800 milliamp hour battery, which I don't think is true. Maybe 50,000, but it's a great big one. You know, they're the great big battery packs. That's solar. So it's also receiving solar at the same time. And I just got, you know, I got all of my plugs, plugged everything in there, and I ran it to my milk crate to my bike wherever I gotta go. But I got that hooked up to my speaker, and I want to upgrade my speaker because this is only like 500 milliamp hour battery. Cheap $5, $20 little speaker from Family Dollar I bought forever ago. And I just hold that back in here, hold that down, and it turns it on. Connect the Bluetooth. Ba-ding. But yep, so I got that, and I got my other license plate on there too, Chucky Outdoors one. I added 2 backpacks, and I zip tied them inside like the little handle. I zip tied the handle down here somewhere with a metal zip tie, and then I used 2 plastic 70-pound ones, I think, on the sides. And then I also got fiberglass resin that's glued for this right here. It's glued down on top of the milk crate there, so to help hold it even better. And I've put an 18-pack of Dr. Pepper and stuff in here, and I've literally carried it home, and it hasn't ripped or nothing yet. So far so good, and I got 2 backpacks. So yeah, I could Uber, I could Instacart, all that, but I'm a felon now. So yeah, those days are over. Trying to find a job is really hard right now. But yeah, I added this. and this, which are from my cell phone holders for my trucks. And they're perfect for my fishing rod. And what I actually extra added, my kayak. It's one of those for a fishing rod holder for your kayaks. And you shove it down the hole. I tripped the bottom of it off like a dummy. I don't know why I did that. I should have left it on there, but if I could find another one, it'd be nice. If somebody could find me another one that matches. I can't find anything that matches it. It's all black. And it's got like little rivets, cuts in here. I wish someone could find me another one like that. But basically, my fishing rod just goes right down in there. Like so. I'll lean it back a little bit, shove it in there. And then I can lock it here. I twist that so it don't bounce around as much. And then I come up here. I take this. I put it over like that, squeeze this together, and I just tighten it down. And it holds in place like so. There'll be my fishing rod holder sitting straight up. I'm trying to get another one for this side, but I can't find one that matches one of these. So I might have to buy 2 of these and figure out a way to take the locking mechanism like I did with this one and flip it backwards. So that way I could have it hang out like that. And then I could have 2 fishing rod holders to take 2 fishing rods with me. This bike got turn signals, it's got headlights, my Red Star don't. So that's why I kind of use this as my bike pass. This thing's slow, it barely even does 28. Barely even does 25 now with all the weight, the milk crate, my fish. If I 2 batteries now, this battery came off the Red Star. I hooked it up, I had to buy a battery balancer under my seat. There's a battery balancer that makes both of them deplete at the same time so I could use both of them. I could go really far now. I go all the way out to Madison Lake from Columbus, Ohio on the west side. It's a good 29 miles. Good thing that light up. I would have never showed you guys, but I bought some of these stem tire light things too. I got one on the front and the back. Same with the Red Star. I got one on the front and the back. And it's pretty much all of it, really, so far. I showed you guys, told you about the underglow lights too on that one. Same thing on this. I got underglow lights so it could be seen at night. In case my lights go out, I got battery, operated backups. So yeah, that's basically, this bike don't have hydraulic brakes like my Red Star. It's got mechanical, which I like this better because it's hard to explain. I pulled a brake on the Red Star, my back brake locks up, I slide, do that around a corner on gravel, and watch how quick you'll fucking slide out, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I got this as my off-road bike for real. Mechanical brakes, it don't lock me up like that. It's harder to stop, yeah, but I feel safer on the bike pass going down gravel because I won't turn around a corner and like lock my brakes up as easy as that one. It just slows down real quick. I can if I literally grip like crazy, but like, yeah, it's better for off-road for me. The only thing I don't like about these bikes is the bike lanes. I'm wobbly, but I don't think it matters what bike I use. I'm using both of them. I thought maybe something was wrong with my forks or something, but both of them do the same thing, so I don't really like to ride the bike lanes. I like to stay on the sidewalk. I know it's illegal, but I feel safer. The cops tell me they'd rather see me feel safer, not come to cleaning up my body off the street. So there's a bunch of people, I'll ride around in the bike lane, I'll get back on the sidewalk, but it's a bicycle. Why can't I ride it on a sidewalk? It's got pedals. You pedal it. I don't need no license. I should be able to go anywhere I want to on it as long as it says no bicycle. That's what it is. That's the way it should stay. It's the way I'll treat it. I'm not going to change. Very careful with it. Yeah, I kind of zip around on it a little bit here and there. I'm just trying to test to see what's going on with it. Some days are better than others, and there's been times where I'm pedaling down a bike path and it just wants to keep going. And I don't like that, that whole pedal assist down bike path. I think that's stupid too. you should be able to just throttle a little bit. I feel safer. At least I go slow instead of pedal. And when I pedal, it's like, Vee, it wants to go now, you know? And no, hell no. I'm going to throttle on the bike paths. Fuck that. When I go past people. But yeah, that's basically everything I can think of. I wasn't trying to go over 15 minutes on this video. So hopefully maybe this will give somebody else some ideas. A bike lock. I got 2 for both bikes. They're really heavy, thick chain link ones. It's be hard as hell to cut for someone for that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna give somebody some ideas. It's Chucky Outdoors. I'm out.